And here we are, is a podcast for professionals, believers, and genuine people looking for genuine conversation. My name is Kia Harris Saknen, and I'm your host. I'll be sharing information about nonprofits, faith, business, entrepreneurship, life, and much more. I'm so excited for you to be joining me, and here we are. How has your week been so far? And today I want to chat with you about not being moved when situations take place. There will be times throughout your life that will shock you, they will try to distract you, get you off track, but what will your stance be? Houses that are built on rocks are more sustainable than houses that are built on sand. And so we have to make sure that our foundation is secure no matter what comes at us. So if you find that our circumstances have changed to not be what we expect, we can make choices. And I often talk about choices, if you listen to the other sessions that I've had, talking about choices that have led to your life today. So it may be that this week already you have encountered something that has shifted your world. And what did you do with that situation? How did you react? Did you grow from it? Was it something that led to an opportunity based on your reaction? So if we consider the workspace, a space that we're in which you have to interact with a variety of people with different personalities and work ethic and work types, how they work. And it may be that there was a miscommunication or something that someone else was not in agreement with, or maybe something you did not agree with. What was your reaction to them? You make choices every day, and it's important that your choices add up to the lifestyle and the character that you want for yourself. If it is that you want to be seen as powerful, dynamic, compassionate leader, then you have to make sure your actions align with that. If your concern is about being misunderstood, after reflecting, you can find whether you could have been more clear, whether you could have elaborated, explained more, provided more details in order for there to not be a misunderstanding. Or it may be that it's needing to be repeated or said in a different way. And so we have to consider, and as we reflect, what is it that we can do to better shape who we are and the world around us? Your character is important, and it should be that no one should be able to move you off your character of being a well-rounded individual, a sound individual who has ability to not be moved easily by what others are saying or what the world and society is saying. So that's the purpose of this session. You should not be moved by what goes on in the environment around you. And how do you stay anchored in a different mindset than that of others? You are watching what you consume. You are assessing what you consume. If you're consuming things that are toxic, and it's not always that we're consuming things that are food. It can be things that we're consuming that are visual or audio. So this can be books, videos, podcasts. Those are other ways that we can consume things with our eyes, with our touch. So if you find that your world is the result of toxins that you're consuming, there's only one way, one reason for that, and it's because of what you've been consuming. So for example, when I was single, I would listen to these beautiful songs by artists that had great voices, and the song itself and how the sounds were put together was great, and the lyrics were catchy. But then I began to notice these individuals who are singing are going through these cycles in their relationships, and I'm singing these lyrics unknowingly at the time, But I'm singing these lyrics and it's attracting those things to my life. And I'm finding myself in a state of cycles. Cycles similar to the ones in the songs. So we do have to pay attention to what's underneath what we consume. So in music, it's the lyrics. In music can also be how that person's character is when they're on stage, when they're online. If it's a YouTube video, same thing. What is the true character of this person? And if I watch this video, what can it do for me in my life? How is the character of this person going to add to my life? If it is that their characteristics have me admiring them, then that's a great thing, because it may be in the sense I'm admiring this leader that I can take note from them. But if it's the opposite and you are feeling these emotions of negativity, of jealousy from viewing someone online, you have to realize that this may be the point to exit. Following someone on social media, and every time you see their account, you have this angst, or this comparison that's going on. That is something that needs to be dealt with. Because we all know social media is something that gives you a highlight reel, but then it doesn't give you the reality. Everyone's not going to post every single moment of their life. They're going to post those high moments that they like to highlight. They're not going to post those low or those mid moments when they had to grow. Because when we do experience those low or mid moments, it is a place for us to grow. This is the opportunity to grow in those situations. Listening to a podcast and listening to the content and saying, okay, well, this is interesting, but then you start to notice the things that are coming out of this person's mouth are not really the direction that you want to go in with your life, or it's content that's based on your past. The past person would have listened to that and your ears would have been perked up, but now you're listening to it and you notice the toxins that are in it. So it's just observing, really listening, and making an assessment of what you're consuming, watching, reading, listening, and making sure it aligns with the person that you want to become, the leader you want to become. Because we're all designed to be great. We're all designed to be the best that we can be. But if it's that we are consuming all these toxins, it prevents the opportunity for you to go to that place of being that leader on the timeline that is designed. Entertainment is great. It can make you laugh. It can make you feel different positive emotions, but then also negative emotions. So we have to see when under the surface there are things that should be watched, as far as you putting a filter and saying, okay, well, I notice this person keeps on talking about this, things they always complain in their videos. Do I want to have complaining constantly in my life? So I just encourage you to stay in position, stay encouraged. Don't be moved by the thoughts and opinions of others. Don't be moved by things that happen that can move you in a negative way when they can inspire, or they can motivate you, they can encourage you, or they can make it so that you are saying, well, I need to change, because change is necessary. And when we accept that, we can be better individuals and not be in these cycles, not be going back to the same thing, the same person, same situation, not valuing ourselves because we chose to go back to what was supposed to be not part of our lives anymore. So I won't be moved, and you should not be moved by others and their negativity. You should not be moved by all the loud noise that's out there in society. We have to have that filter. Being aware and informed about things is important, but we can have a filter on how much we consume. The news is an example. How much of the news are you going to consume before it doesn't impact your daily life? So we're informed, but we're not being overwhelmed been consumed by watching the news and hearing about the different things that are happening that can get us in a mindset of depression or a mindset of anxiety or fear. We have to watch what we're consuming. And I appreciate you listening, and I will catch you next time. If you've been listening to my episodes for quite some time now, have you left a review yet? Leaving a review means that more individuals get the opportunity to listen to it. And so if this has encouraged you on your light as you're driving, I encourage you to leave a review for this episode. And you can feel free to email me with a topic that you'd like me to discuss at contact@kiaharris.com. We will chat again soon.